Well, a part of the reason that I partnered with Be the Change was because in Baltimore City during the pandemic in 2020, there was a huge need for our students to be able to really have a voice. But we wanted to make sure that we didn't just address just the regular, mundane, let's give them a space. We wanted to actually partner with someone who had a voice in equity, who had a voice in, who had some expertise in other areas besides just morning meeting and advisory as a space. And we wanted to give our students just a bit more. We also wanted some of our, the people who are facilitating morning meeting advisory to really have some materials where they understood the why. And so we said, well, we may not have the entire expertise on youth development and some of the things that are happening within our youth. So we need to reach out to someone who may have a little bit more expertise in that area. Be the Change was that missing link to help us to really articulate the why across our district. A part of what I do as an educational specialist in Baltimore City Schools is really the work of developing students, helping them with the 5 competencies: self-awareness, social awareness, responsible decision-making, building empathy. That is a part of the proactive work that we do so that we can combat some of the things that we have to be reactive to, such as bullying. But we're actually expanding what it is that we do, which is why another reason why we brought in Be the Change, to really help us to develop the expansion. But a lot of the work that we're doing is really student-centered work, but we know that we can't do student-centered work without focusing on the adults, and the adults need to know the why. And so much of the work that we do is really helping schools to see the importance of building this structure where students have a voice in this world, because they're our future. In the beginning, it was more of a journey of, I'm just trying to survive, just really trying to get through, and we just need some type of activities that we could do with kids so that they feel welcome and affirmed. And then it went from that to, we kind of like these activities, can you give us more? And so, there were teachers who were hesitant, of course, like any other district or any other thing that we put out. But then as people started to gain more, it started to gain more traction, and that we were actually tracking to see that there was an impact. Students were saying, I like these activities. Teachers were actually saying, you know what? I'm starting to notice that some of my students are doing some of the things on their own, like talking through problems that they've had, having fun with the scenarios and the activities. And so it has gone from something that was just something we wanted to give teachers to something that is now expanding as a necessity. We already had a set of morning meeting and advisory activities and even some professional developments that we had already developed, but they were able to give us a scope and sequence. They were able to structure what it should look like. Be the Change has been a change agent to help Baltimore City Schools, and I'm very appreciative of that.